Hi friends, I have an idea to talk about some books that I reading last month. Um, uh, it's happened somehow that all these books are about an art and they are somehow connected with each other. Uh, I've got 5 books on my table and I want to show you to them, show them to you and talk a little about them. Let's start with a book called Western Art, 20th Century, 60s. Uh, it's a collection of articles by Russian authors. Uh, they are all about Western art of 60s. They are about theater, art, and architecture and cinema. Uh, they're all different. They are talking about different aspects of Western art. Um, um, some of them better, some of them worse. I'd love to show you an article about Venice actionism. It is about artists that torture themselves. They hurt themselves with knives and razor things. It's very horrifying art in itself, and it was interesting to read why are they so cruel to themselves. It's a great article. Well, and there are other articles, some of them on British artists like David Hockney, and it's also he's also in the book that called Modernists and Mavericks by Martin Gayford. It is about the Society of British London Artists from 40s to 60s, and it's very illustrated. Yes, we have a lot of illustrations here, so we can understand the evolution of the art in those years. And it's curious how the book changes from start to the end. When you look at the earlier pictures that from 40s or 50s, they look all gray and brown, and it reflects how London looked in the post-war years. It was dull, it was gloomy, as all artists say, and then it becomes more and more bright. It becomes more like colorful. It reflects how the life in Britain changed in post-war years. 60s came, and it was a time of economical growth, and everything changed. New buildings, color TV, color cinema, color furniture. An artist really loved to paint their pictures with bright colors, and they were more and more into mass culture, like TV series and cinema and pop music, etc. And that leads us to the next book. It's called Warhol, written by Michel Nourizdani. It's a biography of the most famous artist of the second half of the 20th century, Andy Warhol, who was a pop artist and who gave the name to this kind of art. It's a biography. It tells about his parents and childhood, his art, um, about how he was shot and what happened next. The book begins with a funeral after Warhol's death. And it says that Warhol was not similar to his public image. Everybody knows him as greedy man who loved money and nothing else. But the book says that he liked to visit his church almost every day, and he gave lots of money to the poor people. So it's a mystery of the man, a mystery of what he really was in his life, and it makes reading more interesting. And Warhol was not only an artist, he was also into cinema and music. He was famous for his band Velvet Underground and Nico, who was a vocalist with the band. And it leads us to the next book. It's called The Doors, Love Becomes a Funeral Pyre, written by Mick Wall, and it's biography of the famous band. It was interesting to find out that Jim Morrison found his image from Andy Warhol. He visited one of the earliest concerts of the Velvet Underground, and he took the image and he fell in love with Nico. They have very romantic relations that changed both of them. Nico made a cover of The End on one of her albums in the 70s. And this book begins with Jim Morrison's death, also as this book begins with Andy Warhol's death. Like this author, Mick Wall tries to find out the man behind his image. Not only Jim Morrison, but other people in the band, like Ray Manzarek and Robbie Krieger. What they were really behind the image of the mysterious cosmic musicians. And it's quite fun reading. Not bad. Well, and after all of that, I'd like to show you a book called The Transformative Cinema of Alejandro Jodorowsky. Jodorowsky is a great cinema. He's an actor, he's an operator, he's artist, and more. He made most ridiculous movies in the history of the cinema, I think, like El Topo, The Holy Mountain, and this book, written by George Melnick, is an exploration of his movies. He tried to understand the symbolism of his films, and there are a lot of symbolism, like Zen Buddhism, Christianity, magic, and tarot cards, and alchemy, and all of these. The writer tries to understand, to explain what this all means. I'm still reading this book. I read about a half of it, and it really explains a lot of moments in Jodorowsky films. Well, thank you for your attention. Hope it was okay. It was interesting. I want to show you books again about art, music, and cinema. And as I say, they all somehow connected with each other. See you.